Carney Collins, the leader, into the top turn. 3/4, 1:39 and 2. Carney Collins, Glengal Sterling is second. Final Demand, strong on the outside. 3 wide and racing on to third and coming on. They're by the 7/8 pole now. They turn for home. Carney Collins with Final Demand, strong on the outside and coming on. Carney Collins, Final Demand is coming on. He's at her wheel moving up. Carney Collins on the inside. Here they are. Carney Collins wins at Final Demand. Glengal Sterling and Pee Wee Patty. And the time for the mile, 2:12 and 1. Approaching the top of the stretch, there's Rebel Lou at Bernie Charlton. Final Demand with Charlie Frost. Super Texan Jody Hennessy. Dry Ridge Express with John Davidson, Mickey Fraze and Sam Hodgson. AC's Peter with Steve Mason. Lehigh Giz, Ross McDonald. Queen Kong, Doug Falcons. Here they come. They're off into AC's Peter quickly to the top, and Rebel Lou racing a second on the inside. Final Demand is racing third as they swing around the turn. Mickey Freeze goes to third. Final Demand is now a fourth. They race out by the 8th pole. It's up. Rebel Lou racing a second. Mickey Freeze has third. Final Demand is a fourth. Driver Express makes a move from fifth behind him. Super Tex, then Final Demand. Lehigh Giz trails. They come to the half. It's AC's Peter in command, a length and a half. Rebel Lou racing second. Mickey Freeze third. Dry Ridge Express drives up fourth on the outside is going on. Final Demand to Super Tex, Queen Kong. Lehigh Giz the half 103 and 4. Around the turn, they race on by the 8th pole. Now it's up the backstretch. On to the 3/4, AC's Peter. Rebel Lou racing a second. Dry Ridge Express drives on to second now. And he goes for the top. AC's Peter has it. Dry Ridge Express takes it now. AC's Peter racing second. Rebel Lou out driving on to second. AC's Peter Spence, he's fading a third. Then Super Tex up on the outside, racing on fourth. Mickey Freeze is a fifth in on the rail. Lehigh Giz outside. Final Demand, Queen Kong. Now they turn for home, and pacing on top, Dry Ridge Express. Rebel Lou coming on the second. Dry Ridge Express, Rebel Lou coming to them. They're getting tight. Here they are at the line. Dry Ridge Express, Rebel Lou, Super Tex, Final Demand. Time for the mile. 2-9. Price, Hong Kong Shamrock, Ross McDonald. Pee Wee Patty, Ivan Davies. Lady D. Marquis, Brian Moore. Finn Dillon, Gary Vincent. Fraser Flats, Wayne Mahar. General Fast with Don Mahar. Final Demand with Charlie Ross, and here they come. They're off Skadoodle pacing on top, and that's Pee Wee Patty outside challenging with Hong Kong Shamrock racing a third. Ben Dillon's up on the outside, 3 wide, he's fourth. Lady D. Marquis has fifth. Then in on the rail, it is Fraser Flats, General Fast, and Final Demand, and they're on up the backstretch, battling neck and neck for the top. And Pee Wee Patty takes it on the outside. Skadoodle on the inside. Pee Wee Patty outside by half a length. Skadoodle racing a second. As Pee Wee Patty parked as they go by the quarter. Pee Wee Patty and Skadoodle. Hong Kong Shamrock racing a second. They were by the quarter in 30 3/5. Top turn, Pee Wee Patty, Skadoodle. Here comes Finn Dillon up on the outside now to third, and Skadoodle's out moving from second. They swing off the top turn, and through the stretch they come to the half. Pee Wee Patty, Skadoodle charging up a second. Pee Wee Patty racing, or Finn Dillon is third. Skadoodle going back in again. Hong Kong Shamrock is there. They go by the half. Pee Wee Patty, Skadoodle outside second. Hong Kong Shamrock third. They were by the half and 2 and 2. They're into the turn. It's on to the 5/8 Pee Wee Patty. Then on the outside, Skadoodle second. Hong Kong Shamrock on the rail is a third. Lady D. Marquis outside, she is a fourth. Final Demand is now fifth. Then Fraser Flats tipping out 3 wide going on. Then Dillon and General Fast trails. They go to the 3/4. Pee Wee Patty the leader. Skadoodle hangs second, and Fraser Flats is 3 wide on to third. Hong Kong Shamrock on the rail looking for room. Goes to third. Skadoodle starts to let go, is racing fourth. And Lady D. Marquis swinging out 3 wide. Coming on strong, it is Pee Wee Patty and Fraser Flats and Hong Kong Shamrock. Lady D. Marquis, Final Demand, Skadoodle. They swing for home, and Pee Wee Patty pacing on top. On the outside, Fraser Flats up on the inside. Hong Kong Shamrock is coming through, and here they are, tight at the line. Looks like maybe Hong Kong Shamrock. Final Demand is there, and so is Pee Wee Patty. And the time for the mile, 2:09.1. And we've called for a photo for Wen parading in the photo, number 2, Hong Kong Shamrock. Bay Horse 4 by North and Midwatch out of Miramichi, Stella by Billy Eden, owned by Kiyoshi Ito, McQueen and Betty Hung of Fredericton. Trade and driven by Ross McDonald, and number 8, Final Demand. Bay Gelding 7 by Valerian from Myrie, by Fallacy, owned by Charlie Frost of St. John, trained by John Davies. Charlie Frost driving the mile and 9:1. We wait for the photo. Now the result of the 7th is now official. Skadoodle 7th, Hong Kong Shamrock 2nd, Pee Wee Patty 3rd, Lady D. Marquis 5th, Fen Dillon 8th, Fraser Flats was 4th, General Fast 6th, Final Demand your race winner. The times, 1/4 30 3/5, half 1:02 and 2, 3/4 1:36 and 1, the mile 2:09 and 1. Quinella 2 and 8, no tickets sold. Mutuals paying 3 and 8. That returns 345.30. And your triactor 823, the $1 ticket, paying half of what's shown on the tote board. The actual payout will be $4,163.55. Watching the top of the stretch, Bal McGee-Megan with Jody Hennessy, Charbel and Joan, Ross McDonald, Gray Barron with Doug Moore, Mickey Freeze, Brian Moore, Easy Million, Ivan Davies, AC's Peter with Elmore White, Summer's Dawn with Mike Downey, Final Demand with Charlie Ross. Here they come. They're off and Charbel and Joan pacing out on top, and Mickey Freeze goes to second. AC's Peter's wide. He's racing on to third. They swing into the turn. Charbel and Joan the leader. Mickey Freeze is second. AC's Peter 3 wide third. Now Easy Million between horses third. AC's Peter racing fourth. Bal McGee-Megan is fifth. And Easy Million is up on the outside racing second. Backing off now, looking for a hold, but Charbel and Joan the leader by 2. Then Mickey Freeze and Easy Million outside. AC's Peter is fourth. Bal McGee-Megan, Summer's Dawn, Final Demand. Gray Baron far back, the opening 1/4 30 at 4/5. Around the top turn, Charbel and Joan pacing out on top. Mickey Freeze has second. Easy Million parked racing a third. AC's Peter was on the rail fourth. Bal McGee-Megan moving outside his a fifth. As they come through the stretch and race to the half, and it's Charbel and Joan showing on top. Then Mickey Freeze and Easy Million. Bal McGee-Megan gets to fourth. AC's Peter is fifth. Then it's Summer's Dawn, Final Demand, and far back Gray Baron. They were by the half and 3 and 3. They're into the turn. Racing on to the 5/8 pole, and it is Charbel and Joan. She has the best of it on length. Then Mickey Freeze racing a second. Bal McGee-Megan on the outside, third going on. Is now second, is at the leader's wheel, but Charbel and Joan steps up. Bal McGee-Megan, then Mickey Freeze. Summer's Dawn going fourth. Then Easy Million, Final Demand. AC's Peter as they go by the 3/4 pole, and they were by that marker. 1:36 and 3, top turn, Charbel and Joan. Bal McGee-Megan racing second, inching up on the leader. Left on the leader now. Mickey Freeze is racing a third. Summer's Dawn is now fourth. Final Demand is fifth. They make the turn for home, and it is Charbel and Joan. On the outside, Bal McGee-Megan. Mickey Freeze driving third. Final Demand outside. It is Charlton John, and she is holding. Here they are. Charlton John wins it. Then Balmagy Megan, final demand for third. Tight between Summers Dawn and Mickey Fraze for fourth. The time for the mile, 2 and more. Match Jet Tony Haig. Charlotte's Angel Jill Barrio. Mohawk Indian Joe Stan Nelson. Sharply Napoleon. Owen Davies. Final demand with Charlie Frost. Kilkerran Eagle. Wayne Mahar. Pee Wee Patty. Ivan Davies. Here they come. They're off, and Lady D. Marquis stepping out and takes the lead and up on the outside. Sharply Napoleon challenging for the top, and he's racing a second. Match Jet in on the rail is a third. Charlotte's Angel is a fourth. Then it is Mohawk Indian Joe, final demand. Kilkerran Eagle, Pee Wee Patty trails. They're on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter, and Lady D. Marquis, and now on the outside, Sharply Napoleon grabs the top. He's in top of length, and Lady D. Marquis racing second. Match Jet is racing third as they go by the quarter, and they were by that marker 30 and 4/5, and Lady D. Marquis out challenging for, and she grabs the top again. Lady D. Marquis with Sharply Napoleon second. Match Jet has a third. Charlotte's Angels racing fourth, and they swing through the stretch now, and here they come. Through the stretch, they're racing to the half. It's Lady D. Marquis, Sharply Napoleon, Match Jet. Charlotte's Angel makes a move from fourth. Behind him with cover, Pee Wee Patty. Then on the rail, Mohawk, Indian Joe, Kilkerran Eagle. Final demand as they go racing out by the half. By the half and 3 and 2, they're rid of the turn. On to the 5/8 pole, and it is Lady D. Marquis. Up on the outside, now second, Charlotte's Angel. The two leaders neck and neck as they race out by the 5/8. On to the 3/4, Charlotte's Angel gets a nose in front. Lady D. Marquis racing second, back on top again. Then it is Sharply Napoleon. 3 wide, Kilkerran Eagle goes to fourth. Between them, Pee Wee Patty's fifth. Then it's Match Jet, final demand, and the Sharply Napoleon 3/4 and 37. They're neck and neck into the top turn. The field is bunched. It is Lady D. Marquis, Charlotte's Angel, Kilkerran Eagle wide. Coming on to second now. They come on by the 7/8 pole, and they swing for home. Lady D. Marquis on the outside, Kilkerran Eagle on the rail, Sharply Napoleon on the far outside, final demand, but it is Lady D. Marquis. Lady D. Marquis wins it. Too tight to call for second, third, and fourth. The time for the mile, 2:09. For the first race, 8 starters. Final demand with Charlie Frost, Spring River Frost McDonald. Peter Mayer and Tony Haig, French Lakes Ivan Davies. Carney Collins, Gary Vincent, Golden Fellow Jill Barrio, Mormac Donna, Doug Falcons. Columbia Luke, Winston Campbell, here they come. They're off, and Peter Mayer goes to the top and up on the outside. French Lakes challenging second, Carney Collins 3-5 racing a third. Columbia Luke is now fourth and on the rail. They are 3 wide, neck and neck as they swing around the turn in between horses. French Lakes grabs the top. Peter Mayer is second. Outside, Carney Collins now 2 wide is third. Columbia Luke on the rail is racing fourth. Mormac Dana is fifth. Golden Fellow moving on the outside, then final demand, and Spring River trails the field as they go racing out by the quarter. French Lakes the leader there by the quarter 32. Another top turn, French Lakes on top. Carney Collins up on the outside park, hangs a second. Peter Mayer has third. Columbia Luke makes a move now from fourth. Behind him comes more, Mac Dinah. Then Golden Fellow. They swing through the stretch, and here they come, racing to the half. French Lakes on top. Carney Collins racing second. Peter Mayer is a third. Columbia Luke a fourth. More Mac Dinah, Golden Fellow, final demand. And Spring River trailing it on the rail as they go racing out by the half and 5. They're rid of the turn. On to the 5/8 pole now, and French Lakes the leader. On the rail, Peter Mayer outside, Carney Collins. Columbia Luke is racing a fourth, then Golden Fellow. More MacDonough, final demand, Spring River, it's on to the 3/4, and Columbia Luke tips out 3 wide, racing on. Is now a third, is now second. The leader, French Lakes, a length and a half, and Columbia Luke racing second. Peter Mere moving up on the inside. In between them, Carly Collins. More McDonough, 3 flat, is 5th. They race stunt by the 3/4, 38 and 4. Around the top turn, it's French Lynx by a length. Columbia Luke and Moore, McDonough, and Peter Mere. They turn for home and pacing on top, French Lynx. Columbia Luke charging up a second. More McDonough up on the outside third, but French Lynx is going to hold. And here they are. At the line, it is French Lynx, More McDonough, Columbia Luke, and maybe Spring River gets up for 4th. The time for the mile, Donald. Maxi Torpedo, Tony Haig. Uchi Angus, Charlie Price. Magnetic Rose with Elmore White. Fraser Flats with Wayne Mahar. Sharply Napoleon, Charlie Frost. Passy Poil with Doug Falcons. Here they come. They're off, and Maxi Torpedo quickly to the top from the outside. Sharply Napoleon charging up second. Watch It Treasure has a third. May Powers racing 4th. Then it is a Passy Poil. Uchi Angus, Magnetic Rose, and Fraser Flats trails. They're racing on up the backstretch now, going to the quarter, and Maxi Torpedo's on top. Sharp Lee Napoleon has a second. Watch It Treasure is third. May Power 4th. Then it's Passy Poil. Uchi Angus, Magnetic Rose, Fraser Flats trailing as they go racing on by the quarter pole, and they were by that station in the 32. Around the top turn, Maxi Torpedo pacing out on top, leads a length and a half. Sharply Napoleon is a second. Watch It Treasure third. May Power makes a move now from 4th. Behind her comes Passy Poil. Then it's Uchi Angus, Magnetic Rose, and Fraser Flats. Through the stretch, they come to the half, and Maxi Torpedo's on top. Then it is Sharply Napoleon with May Power, moving up third on the outside. Passy Poil 4th. Watch It Treasure, Magnetic Rose, Fraser Flats, and Uchi Angus the half. 105 and 3. Round the turn, they go to the 5/8 pole. Maxi Torpedo pacing on top. Then Sharply Napoleon second. May Power hanging third. Watch It Treasure, Passy Poil tipping out 3 wide, racing on from 4th and going on. Passy Poil is now third. It is Maxi Torpedo, Sharply Napoleon. Passy Poil 3 wide. May Power between horses. Watch It Treasure. They were by the 3/4 pole. 138 and 2. Top turn. It is still Maxi Torpedo. May Power second. Then Sharply Napoleon. Magnetic Rose has moved up to 4th now. Watch It Treasure 5th on the rail. Now they swing for home, and it is Maxi Torpedo, May Power. Sharply Napoleon coming up on the inside, closing fast. It is now Sharply Napoleon, Maxi Torpedo at the line. Sharply Napoleon, Maxi Torpedo. Watch It Treasure. Looks like Magnetic Rose gets 4th. And the time for the mile, 2:11 and 2. And parading now, winner of the 7th race, number 7, Sharply Napoleon of A-Horse 5 by Maxie Hanover out of Happy Harmony by Good Time Boy, owned by Kobe and Sharon Chase of St. John, trained by Kobe Chase, Charlie Frost driving. Second winning trip this year for Sharply Napoleon, 2:11 and 2. The race out of the 7th is official. Watch It Treasure 3rd, May Power 5th, Maxi Torpedo 2nd, Uchi Angus 7th, Magnetic Rose 4th, Fraser Flats was 8th, Sharply Napoleon, your race footer, and Passy Poil 6th. Times quarter 32, half 105 and 3, 3/4 138 and 2 of the mile. Gate and approaching the top of the stretch. And we have Dear Joe with Doug Falcons, Nightcatcher Ivan Davies, Chinborough, Knox Laurie with Mike Doyle, Pee Wee Patty Owen Davies, times 2 Rick Collins, Mickey Freeze with Brian Moore, Cherry Frost with Colleen Clancy, and the Final Demand with Charlie Frost, and here they come. They're off, and Nightcatcher shows on top, but moving up on the inside. Dear Joe grabs the top with Nightcatcher racing a second. Chinbro Knox Laurie outside is racing a third. Pee Wee Patty is a 4th in the rail. They swing around the turn, and they're racing 3 wide. At Nightcatcher on the outside grabs the top. Nightcatcher at now Chinbro knocks Lori. 3 wide racing on to second. And Dear Joe has third as they race onto the quarter with Nightcatcher the leader. He's out by a length, and Chinbro knocks Lori outside second. Dear Joe on the rail is third. Pee Wee Patty is fourth, times 2 fifth. Quarter 31 and 3. Then it is Mickey Freeze, Final Demand. Cherry Frost trailing the field. Swinging around the top turn, they come to the 3/8 pole. They're by that marker now, and they swing through the lane and come racing to the half, and they're at it neck and neck for the top. Up front on the inside, Nightcatcher. Outside, Chinbro knocks Lori hanging second. Dear Joe sitting pretty third on the rail. Mickey Freeze up on the outside now fourth, and she gets cover. Then it's Pee Wee Patty times 2. Final Demand and Cherry Frost and they were by the half and 3. Around the turn they race to the 5/8, and the leader is Nightcatcher. Chinbro knocks Lori, still game on the outside, hanging a second. Dear Joe locked in third on the rail. Mickey Freeze outside is a fourth. Then Pee Wee Patty, Final Demand times 2. Cherry Frost going to the 3/4. It is still Nightcatcher by half a length outside. Chinbro knocks Lori hanging second. Dear Joe looking for room on the rail is third. 3/4, 36 and 2. Around the top turn, neck and neck for the top. Nightcatcher. Chinbro knocks Lori on the outside. Dear Joe still looks for room. Mickey Freeze swings out 3 wide. Final Demand tips out 4 wide, and they're 4 wide heading home. And Dear Joe has room now, is coming in between horses. They're 5 wide as they come to the line. Dear Joe up on the inside. Pee Wee Patty's giving on. Here they are, tight at the line. Looks like Dear Joe too tight to call for all the rest. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 1. And parading now the winner of the first race, number 1, Dear Joe. Bay gelding at 5 by Car Wash. Out of Lemissy by Eagle Adios, owned by Bill Fowler of St. John. Trained by Bob Fowler. Doug Falcon's driving win number 9 this year for Dear Joe tonight, 2:10 and 1. Now the result of the first race now official. Dear Joe, your race winner. Nightcatcher 6th. Chinbro knocks Lori was 7th. Pee Wee Patty 4th. Times 2 was 5th. Mickey Freeze was 2nd. Cherry Frost was 8th, and Final Demand was 3rd. Times the quarter 31 and 3, the half 103. 3/4 136 and 2, the mile 2:10 and 1. Triactive 168 returning $127. And your chronometer combination. The numbers 1 and 6, $22.30. Or Al Gore Bye-Bye, Winston Campbell. Scoot Bluegrass with Doug Falcons. Fly Siggy with Steve Mason. Robin Brett with Colleen Clancy. Final Demand with Charlie Ross. And Playboy O'Brien with Steve Mahar. Here they come.
Yeah, 10 days.
There, off and Scoot Bluegrass goes to the top, and Mickey Freeze racing second on the rail. Mohawk Injun Joe racing third. Playboy O'Brien up 3 wide, racing fourth. Al Gore Bye-Bye his 5th, and Fly Siggy. Robin Brett, Final Demand trails. They're on up the backstretch. They go to the quarter now. Pacing out on top, Scoot Bluegrass. Up on the outside, challenging second now, it is Playboy O'Brien. Mickey Freeze is on the rail and racing a 3rd. Mohawk Injun Joe is a 4th. Al Gore Bye-Bye his 5th. And they are by the quarter in 32. Into the top turn, Scoot Bluegrass. On the outside, Playboy O'Brien parked, hangs a 2nd. Mickey Freeze is on the rail of 3rd. Mohawk Injun Joe is 4th. Al Gore Bye-Bye, Fly Siggy, Robin Brett, Final Demand. They swing through the stretch, and here they come. They're coming to the half, and the leader is Scoot Bluegrass. Parked a 2nd, Playboy O'Brien. Mickey Freeze is on the rail 3rd. Al Gore Bye-Bye moves up 4th, has cover now. Mohawk Injun Joe now 5th, and Fly Siggy, Final Demand. Robin Brett trailing the field, and they were by the half, and 4 and 3, and around the turn. Racing to the 5/8 pole, Scoot Bluegrass the leader. Mickey Freeze goes to second. Playboy O'Brien hanging a third. Al Gore Bye-Bye is a fourth. That is Mohawk Injun Joe, Fly Siggy, Final Demand, Robin Brett. They go to the three-quarter pole. Scoot Bluegrass the leader. 3 wide. Al Gore Bye-Bye goes to second. Then Playboy O'Brien is third between horses. Then it is Mickey Freeze in on the rail. They were by the three-quarters. 39 at 1. Top turn. Scoot Bluegrass. Al Gore Bye-Bye is second. Mickey Freeze third. Playboy O'Brien hangs fourth. Mohawk Injun Joe looks for Romy's fifth. Then it's Fly Siggy, Final Demand, Robin Brett. They turn for home. Al Gore Bye-Bye up on the outside, comes to the top now. Al Gore Bye-Bye. Scoot Bluegrass going to be second, and here they are at the line. It's Al Gore Bye-Bye. Scoot Bluegrass had too tight to call for show between Mohawk Injun Joe, Playboy O'Brien, and Final Demand. The time for the mile, 2:34. Mr. Micey, Sam Hodgin. Irish Cheer, Steve Mahar. Miramichi Bo with Steve Mason. Sharply Napoleon, Charlie Ross. At Mormac Donna, Randy Phillips, and here they come. They're off. Mr. Micey goes to the top from the outside. Charging up second goes Sharply Napoleon. He's winging for the top, and up on the inside now, Lady D. Marquis. 3 of them. Now, Mr. Micey and Lady D. Marquis. Sharply Napoleon racing third as he could by the 8th. Irish Cheer his 4th. Mormac Donna is 5th. That is Miramichi Bo and Fly Siggy trails, and Miramichi Bo skipping. They are going to the quarter, and it is Mr. Micey. Lady D. Marquis sitting pretty racing is 2nd. Sharply Napoleon's on the rail 3rd. Irish Cheer 4th. Mormac Donna, Miramichi Bo is on the move going on. Then it is Fly Siggy trailing as they swing around the top turn. 32 and 1 for the quarter. They come on by the 3/8 now. Mr. Micey pacing on top, and Lady D. Marquis has 2nd. Miramichi Bo outside comes to 2nd now. Lady D. Marquis is a 3rd. Mormac Donna outside his cover. She's 4th. Then Sharply Napoleon, Fly Siggy, and Irish Cheer now trails as they race out by the half. By the half and 6 and 2, they're into the turn. It's on to the 5/8 pole now. Mr. Micey has the best of it, a length and a quarter on the outside. Miramichi Bo inching up 2nd. Lady D. Marquis is on the rail 3rd. Mormac Donna outside racing a 4th. Then Sharply Napoleon, Fly Siggy, and Irish Cheer backing up, but going to the outside now. And it is still Mr. Micey by half a length. Miramichi Bo racing 2nd. They're by the three-quarter pole. 1:39 and 2. Mr. Micey, Lady D. Marquis, Sharply Napoleon. Miramichi Bo, Mormac Donna, Fly Siggy, Irish Cheer. They head for home. Mr. Micey, the leader, and here comes Lady D. Marquis. Charging up on the outside. She's coming to the top. Coming through on the inside. Sharply Napoleon. It is going to be Lady D. Marquis. She wins it. Too tight to call for 2nd between Sharply Napoleon and Mr. Micey. Mormac Donna up for 4th. Maxi Torpedo